Good Wednesday morning, Central Texas. It is time to get on up. And thanks so much for joining us bright and early here on KVUE News Daybreak at 6 a.m. I'm Hannah Rucker. It is Wednesday, July 10th. And a quick update for you this morning. Spectrum services are restored across Texas. An active morning out of the Capitol. Thanks so much, Eric Pointer. And Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is observing today as Sanctity of Life Day. And we are following some breaking news right outside of the airport. A major crash has all of the eastbound lanes on Highway 71 Bastrop Highway closed at Presidential Boulevard. You take a look at the location of this crash. Not ideal right now with anyone that has an early morning flight. Start off on a wonderful note here. This was sent from Nancy Marfin. This is her gorgeous mother, Margie. It brings tears to my eyes because she's so sweet. I think she might be my soul sister. I want to reach to the screen and hug her. And here on KVUE, this is so near and dear to my heart. I feature a different child every week who's in need of adoption right here in Central Texas. I just think back to that interview and I know how happy they are to have their parents. I remember little girl said, I want to make cookies with my mom.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
I'm crying. I'm like, that is just so sweet. And I love the fact that all three of them are together.
Yes.
That's so important.
I know. I'm going to cry. It's just wonderful. We're talking with Travis County Dispatch. They say right now the 18-wheelers are having a tough time, just as we figured they would. And all it takes is one vehicle to hit that slick spot and it just kind of creates this ripple. What's important to note is the time of when this happened. 1:30. You know, we're talking about Austin opening up again. This is 6th Street, one of the most iconic streets here. Everyone is out again. We are tracking multiple Amber Alerts this morning in Texas. We'll start with an Amber Alert coming out of San Antonio for a 7-month-old boy. Take a look at the screen if you will. Look at this mess that we are dealing with. Several vehicles involved and those crews are out there. It looks like a vehicle also hit part of the median here. So it's impacting the main lanes on I-35 as well as the frontage road. As a native Texan, I can speak on this. We are stubborn. We are creatures of habit. But Cap Metro, they are doing all kinds of things. I've talked about this before. I do the wave. Do y'all do that?
Oh, yes. The Texan wave.
Absolutely. And then I do the nod too.
Okay. Yes. I almost overdo it though too. I look at the window and I need to make sure they acknowledge.
Goodness, I hope you're paying extra for that because that thing is working more than just 9 to 5.
Working 9 to 5.
It's working overtime.
I need to go to H-E-B tonight. I already know you have like 7 different recipes ready.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I will eat at your house every day of the week. And back here at home, multiple city leaders in Austin are calling for more transparency and answers after a new APD report examined the department's use of less lethal beanbag rounds. No amount of money offered will ever be enough for the Mays family when it comes to the family business. Because what has happened behind the 4 walls of a small Texas barbecue joint is something that has connected a community for decades. And now it's up to the next generation to keep that connection alive.
So this out here for black folks, Hispanic folks, low class income. We make money all night long. But as we got older, things start changing. So we got to be prepared for the change too.
When arriving at Sam's on East 12th Street in East Austin, even before you step foot inside, you are greeted by the aromas of Texas barbecue. But once inside, you can't help but sift through the hundreds of old photographs glued to the walls. Some old friends, some family, and even familiar faces like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I've been here longer than anybody. They call it Grandpa Claus.
Mays' family first opened Sam's over 60 years ago. He's the oldest of 9 children.
Everybody died in 2010. When everybody died in 2010, everything come back to me. I'm the only one left.
And while his family has changed over the years, so has the neighborhood.
Well, it was an old black neighborhood then. Oh, it was 500 black businesses over here.
Now, driving around East Austin, you see shiny modern condos sprouting up, lined with glass walls, some being used as Airbnbs. You see construction sites and new businesses too. But with each hungry developer that comes his way, eyeing his property to make an offer to buy it, Mays turns them down every time, like the pretty penny offered to him in 2018.
And I think that year they came with $5 million. And I turned $5 million. Everybody said, bro, why you turn all these million down? Because if I don't turn it, I ain't gonna have nothing no more.
Now he's hoping to pass the baton to his children and grandchildren, like Aisha Griffin, who has always known Mays as her papa.
Personally, I've
feel like it was important for me to see representation. So to know that a Black-owned business can last for 60 years and be lucrative, and seeing someone that looks like you do that is a big deal.
In recent years, Griffin helped Mays' daughter, Tamika Mays, to open the Austin Daiquiri Factory, connected to the barbecue restaurant.
3 years ago, we were in the middle of COVID, and we were trying to find a way to kind of stimulate traffic within the barbecue shop.
And Griffin says while some newcomers in the neighborhood are friendly, not everyone is looking to respect East Austin's history.
Austin is changing, that's no secret. The east side is a well sought after, area. It's centralized, so people, want to be here. And I think that it's important for the people that are wanting to be here to talk about, the culture that was already existing here, for them to respect that. I hope that Tamika and I can make a difference going forward in the future with helping honor what was here.
While we were filming this story, a group of people actually came in looking for some lunch. I was curious. I asked them, where are y'all from? Kind of trying to figure out how they found out about the place. Sure enough, it was a group from California staying at a nearby B&B. They smelled the barbecue down the road and said it was like nothing they ever had back in LA. May says he is going to continue to welcome and embrace his new customers because he's not selling out. In just a few months, more than 100 properties along I-35 will be demolished in phases to make way for this 8-mile stretch, stretching from 71 all the way up to 290. But what's next for these longtime Austin businesses? Well, here's what some of them had to say to me.
It's a slow, relaxing morning for the Trenga family on a rainy day in Austin.
It's good. Do you want some?
Elizabeth and her husband with their young son enjoy some coffee and a warm bite to eat at the Stars Cafe along I-35 at 31st Street.
We decided to take him a little bit late to daycare to spend some time together.
But mornings like this one will soon look very different.
I just want that butter packet.
In a few short months, TxDOT plans to knock down both the daycare her son attends, Escuelita del Alma, and the Stars Cafe to make way for the I-35 Capital Express project.
I definitely think Austin is growing and there needs to be some infrastructure investment and development, but I think it could be done in a better, more thoughtful, with a more long-term vision than it seems like it's being done. And it just seems like there's a bit of lack of clarity as far as the timelines and exactly what's all happening.
To give you an idea of the scope of this project, let's head further south along I-35 towards Riverside and Old Torf to one of the first properties to be impacted, Jimmy's Barbershop. Owner Jimmy Baltera says he worked for 13 years to have his own barbershop.
At first, I didn't know what to think about it. At first, I was like, well, I guess we're moving.
His attitude changed when he heard how TxDOT will help with the move, even helping him to find a new building about 10 minutes north.
All the work that I put into this spot, they're gonna, I guess, pay me out. They're gonna pay me out for everything I spent, so, I was cool with it after that.
This $4.5 billion project spans 8 miles starting in South Austin at SH 71, stretching all the way to US 290. The improvements include removing the existing I-35 decks, lowering the highway, adding lanes, rebuilding bridges, and adding pedestrian paths.
She'll use that for all types of healing.
Nature's Treasures is a beloved longtime business putting the weird and keep Austin weird. Over 14,000 square feet of space along I-35 near Airport Boulevard. It's one of the largest crystal shops in the country.
They are going to be paying a commercial mover to help us move everything.
They already have a new building picked out further north near Breaker Lane. According to the plan provided by TxDOT, Nature's Treasures and Jimmy's Barbershop are among the businesses getting extra financial help to move. Also included are Escuelita del Alma, BL Barbershop, and West China Tea Room.
Us being deemed a culturally significant space in Austin, we're also getting a little bit of additional funding in terms of helping with kind of settling into the new space.
Can you imagine? They said TxDOT's going to help them pack up thousands of those precious little stones. So while many businesses already have a new location picked out, others are waiting down to the wire. The owners of the Stars Cafe tell me they really haven't heard exactly from TxDOT of when they need to be out. They anticipate being one of the last businesses to stand their ground. Welcome back on this Thursday morning. Your time now 5:24. For many children in Texas foster care, moving around from place to place is very common, making it hard for a child to put roots down, unsure of where they're going next. And for this young girl, she's actually moved 14 times in her life, and she's ready to finally call one place home. For this week's Forever Families, meet Barbara.
This is Barbara. She's 16 years old and a junior in high school. But unlike other girls her age, Barbara has had to live out of a suitcase most of her life.
But I've been moving a lot after that. I think I've been like 14 different placements in my whole foster care thing.
She entered into foster care when she was 8 years old. New schools, new friends, new foster families. She says it was always hard to say goodbye.
But sometimes it just goes by way too fast. And like, sometimes like, I feel like you can't really like trust immediately, or you don't really appreciate it immediately. And then by the time you do appreciate it, it's gone.
Her and I met up at a very special place, the Central Texas Pig Rescue. Over 200 gorgeous piggies have found peace on this property after experiencing a wide range of abuse, animal testing, and more.
I feel like I connect with the pigs. Like with Bailey, she's sassy and I'm kind of sassy. With Charlie, I love all the affection that I can get. I'm a very touching person. Like my love language is physical touch. And I feel like with these pigs I can connect because they never really had a home till they came here, and they've been through so much trauma, and so have I. But I feel like when you come together and you meet your right people, like it feels like nothing ever happened in the past.
She's a young girl who's been through a lot, but she remains hopeful and optimistic in her future and in finding a forever family. And I so hope we can help her find that too. In Austin, Hannah Rucker, KVUE News.
She's such a sweetheart. And this is Barbara's caseworker, Mallory. She has been a caseworker for 4 years. She says, she chose to do this line of work. She's always been a helper, someone who looks for solutions. A big thank you to Mallory and all of the wonderful caseworkers out there.